Good morning, everybody, and happy Sabbath.
Yes.
Today I am going to be talking on miracles. First, a story will be found in John 9. It's the story of a man born blind. One day, as Jesus was walking with his disciples, they saw a man born blind. And the disciples asked him, saying, "Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" And Jesus said, "This man nor his parents sinned, but for the glory of God." Then he spit on the floor and made some mud, and put it on the man's eye, and told him to go and wash in the pool of Siloam. And he went and washed, and he received his sight. Then his friends and neighbors said, "Who opened your eyes?" And he said, "I do not know." And then they brought him to the Pharisees, and the Pharisees asked him the same question, "Who opened your eyes?" And the man born blind said, "I do not know." And then they brought his parents and said, "Isn't this your son that you say he was born blind?" And then they said, "Yes, we know that this is our son, and he was born blind, but who opened his eyes we do not know. Ask him, he shall speak for himself." And then the Pharisees asked him the same question again, and they said, "What?" And the man born blind said, "I already told you, but you already heard it. Why would I have to repeat it again? Perhaps you won't listen to me." And then they cast him out of the city. And when he was walking in the temple, Jesus saw him and said, "Believest thou on the Son of God?" And he said, "Who is he that I might believe on him?" And Jesus said, "He that talketh with thee is he." And then the man born blind said, "I believe." The next story is the story of Naaman. One day, as the Syrians captured one house, they took a little maid captive. And this little maid was far from home, but she still trusted God. And one day, Naaman, her master, got leprosy, and no doctor could heal him. And the maid said, "Why don't you go to Samaria to the prophet Elisha, that he will ask God to heal you?" And Naaman said, "Okay, I will go." Then he took some clothes and money for gifts to Elisha. And when Elisha's servant saw Naaman, he went and told Elisha, and Elisha said to his servant, "Go and wash in the pool of Jordan 7 times." And the servant went out and told that to Naaman. And Naaman said, "Why do I have to go in that dirty river? I would want to see Elisha myself." And then one of his soldiers said, If Elisha asked you a big thing, wouldn't you have tried to done it?" And then Naaman said, "Yes, I would have." And then the soldiers replied, "Why don't you do it if it's such a little thing?" Then Naaman just did it. And once he went, twice, 6 times, and the leprosy was not gone. And the 7th time he dipped, the leprosy was gone. And when Elisha came out, Naaman presented him gifts, and Elisha said, "Keep the gifts to yourselves, but glorify God." And then Naaman forced him to take it, but he didn't. So he left back to Samaria. Now I would like to share with you what God has been doing today, miracles even today.
My name's Andy and I'm an arborist. I love climbing trees. I've been climbing trees ever since we were kids, but then slowly got into taking them down, and then finally got some gear and been doing that for a few years now, and do it pretty often, pretty full time this last year. Why we came to this tree, I guess, was we knew there was redwoods here, so these are Sequoia sempervirens, tallest tree in the world at the moment, which the tallest tree at the moment in the world is about 115 metres in California. And so we believe this is probably one of the tallest ones of its type in Australia. So I always got my eyes peeled for sequoia trees. Well, I'm always looking out for trees, but I was driving down the main road here one day and could see through the bush, I could see tops of sequoias. My eyes were peeled for them and thought, mate, they look big. We got here, I think, about in the afternoon, around 2 or 3, I think, in the arbour. Came down, walked down from the top, got all our gear and set up, ready and excited for a good climb and have fun right in the midst of nature and God's beautiful creation. And yeah, it was awesome. It's a beautiful place, tucked away, and just so much beauty here, and just an epic tree. And just started setting up and heading up to the top, and it was unreal. And then getting down when we were at the top, took in the view, took some selfies with Tim, Josh and Harry. We started our descent and Tim and Harry went down first, and then Josh went, and I was telling Josh to make sure that his rope didn't run out, because doing double line, your rope, you only get half the length of your rope pretty much. So I was telling him to make sure he didn't go too far down so that his rope ran out of his device and he went crashing down. So I kept telling him, make sure you don't let that happen, and he had that definitely on his mind, making sure it wasn't going to happen. And so he was just chilling out for me a few metres down while I was finishing up at the top, and then I started coming down, and we had 2 different lines, but I helped him. We went down a fair bit together. Then I helped him redo his line, so you pull your rope out and then you set it back up again on another branch, so we can keep going down and get the length to go to the bottom. And I don't know, it's like in my brain I just must have thought that I've done it for Josh, I've done it, but I hadn't done it for myself yet. I started coming down. I must have got close to running out of my rope, but then I went back up again just to look for a bit of equipment, called the chicane, that we were looking for, that Harry come off his harness up there when he was setting up. So I went back up and was having fun. I just wanted to be up there forever. It's so beautiful. Loved hanging out up there, and the boys kept telling me to hurry up and get down, and I was like, oh man, it's so nice. I just wanted to keep swinging around. Finally, I decided to come down, and all 3 of the other guys were on the bottom. Harry had told me, get some nice footage coming down. As you're coming down, descending, just get some nice footage of the branches, and, so that's what I was doing, and obviously not paying much attention. It had just never entered my mind again about the rope situation, because I'd done it for Josh, and then next thing I knew, I was fanging past branches and free falling, and then the next thing I knew, hitting the ground real hard on my back. Call the
ambulance. Don't move him too much, Josh. Don't move.
Just my back. My ribs.
Can you move your toes?
Yeah, dude, it's like, nah, it's... hang on.
Move your fingers.
I'm fine. Just my ribs. They're gonna be ruined. And on my right side. It's hard to breathe.
Oh, so thankful to be alive, I guess, when I hit the ground. But then when I realised I could move my arms and my legs, my back wasn't broken, I was pretty grateful and thankful to God for sparing me, I guess, and only so much more since it's happened. Considering what usually happens for people that have fallen that far, or even half that distance, or even a couple of meters, people can be pretty messed up. But yeah, I found the spot where I was on the video, and came down, and it just looks like an incredible long way down. Yeah, being back up there and just seeing how high up it was just scary. Yeah, thinking about coming down from that height. Even just start just to there was a long way down. But it's just amazing to think how you look through that pathway where I came down. No big branches to hit. I could have smacked and broken other things and spun and hit off other things, but there was just a clear path. Didn't hit any big branch all the way 20 meters down, and you can see how many branches are up there, just like straight down. And then to look at that spot again where I landed, it's just confirms the miracle, what had happened. I shouldn't be alive, let alone be able to walk. And I'm just so grateful that God spared me. The angels were with us that day, and just either softened my fall, slowed me down, or I don't know, but just to come away with just 5 broken ribs and a vertebrae and a broken pinky is amazing. Yeah, so blessed. So blessed.
Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to usward, they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered.